The city of Sheffield woke up to another freezing morning. Buses rumbled past, and people hurried to work. But on one corner, a 17-year-old boy named Ethan Ward sat with a sketchbook on his lap, eyes full of dreams, and pockets almost empty. Ethan had one dream: to become an architect who built homes that made people feel alive. Ever since his father left, his mom raised him alone, working double shifts at a care home. Ethan saw her struggle, the unpaid bills, the tears she tried to hide. He promised himself, one day I'll build her a home she deserves. But dreams cost money, the one thing they didn't have. Ethan applied to a top architecture college in London. For weeks, he'd rush to the postbox, hoping for the letter that could change everything. Then one Friday, it arrived. He tore open the envelope with trembling hands. "Dear Mr. Ward, we regret to inform you." The words blurred as tears filled his eyes. Rejected. He dropped to his knees, right there on the pavement. That evening, when his mom came home, tired but smiling as always, Ethan hid the letter. He didn't want her to see his failure, but she knew. She always knew. Sitting beside him, she said softly, "You don't lose when you fail once, love. You lose when you stop trying." Her words lit a spark that would never die. With no college to attend, Ethan got a part-time job at a construction site. The other workers laughed at the skinny teenager trying to carry bricks. "Oi, architect," one shouted, "designing buildings or stacking them today?" Ethan just smiled and kept working. He listened, observed, and learned. During lunch breaks, while others smoked or played cards, he'd sit on a pile of wood, sketching buildings on scrap paper. One day, the site manager, Mr. Fletcher, noticed him. "You've got talent, son. Don't waste it." Weeks later, Ethan found out about a UK National Architecture Scholarship open to anyone with skill and passion, not just qualifications. The catch: he had just 30 days to design a concept home, without a computer or proper tools. He relied on his heart. After long shifts at the site, he'd stay up until 2 a.m., drawing by candlelight. His mom would peek in and whisper, "Don't burn yourself out, love," and he'd smile, "Mom, I'm building our sunrise." Then, a week before the deadline, disaster struck. A water pipe burst in their flat, flooding his room and ruining every single sketch. He sat in silence, surrounded by soaked papers. Everything gone. For the first time, he felt like giving up. He walked outside into the pouring rain and whispered, "Maybe I'm not meant for this." A homeless man nearby looked at him and said, "Son, the rain doesn't ask if you're ready, it just falls. You either run or dance in it." Those words cut through the noise. He ran back home, grabbed new papers, and started again, this time, stronger. A month later, Ethan stood before the Royal Academy of Architecture, a nervous boy among confident candidates in suits. He placed his design on the board. Project Dawn, a home that feels alive. It wasn't perfect, but it had soul. When the judges asked why he designed it, Ethan replied softly, "Because I've seen homes without warmth. I want to build houses where hearts can heal." A week later, another letter arrived. This time, it said, "Congratulations, Ethan Ward. You have been awarded the National Scholarship in Architecture." He fell to his knees, not in defeat, but in gratitude. Years passed. Ethan moved to London, studied harder than anyone, and became known for his empathy in design. By 25, he had designed multiple affordable housing projects. He never chased fame, only purpose. One day, he returned to Sheffield and handed his mom a small key. "Mom, this is our new home. I designed it for you." Years later, Ethan started his own firm, Sunrise Designs, focused on affordable homes for low-income families. On his office wall hung that first water-damaged sketch, wrinkled and imperfect, a reminder of where he came from and what it means to never give up. This story isn't about luck. It's about the courage that keeps you moving when the world says stop. Ethan didn't have money or privilege. He had belief. And belief, when mixed with hard work, can turn even a broken boy into a builder of dreams. So next time life floods your plans, remember Ethan's story and build your own sunrise. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to Royal Reads, where real stories ignite real souls. Thanks for watching.